guys.
How's it going?
Hey, Romeos.
Hello.
Always well, Dominic. How's it going with you?
Very good.
Awesome.
Excellent.
We're going to ask you to expand on that.
Yeah.
All right.
Be careful what you ask for.
How you doing, Pat?
Aki, you should know by now.
Okay.
I'm always well.
And it's always
virtually always.
And when you're well, we're well, and it's always uplifting.
Guys, first of all, let's say hi to everyone.
Let's say hi.
Let's welcome everyone back.
Viewers and listeners.
Viewers and listeners, thanks for joining us. Like and subscribe. We love you. We want you to do it. Thank you very much.
Send us your comments. Love your feedback.
Not really. I don't give a fuck.
Well, the Democrat in this group does.
And who might that be?
I wonder who that might be.
The guy on the left.
All right.
So, what are we talking about?
Guys, I thought it might be interesting for us to talk about the importance of keeping fit as you get older.
Spit take. Okay.
All right.
Importance of staying fit.
Yeah.
Staying fit.
Okay.
Yes.
Good
I like
idea.
that, I like that. We're 4 fit Romeos, right? Well, we're not four fat Romeos. I mean, come on.
Why the doubt?
Where do we fit?
Where do we fit?
Well, as we describe what we mean by fitness, perhaps it'll become clearer what it is we don't.
Okay, good.
I don't know. I think Aki should get us started.
Aki should get us.
Of course, because I'm, there you go, the model.
You're the
here.
model of fitness.
The Adonis.
The Adonis.
The Adonis.
There you go.
There you go. The Greek heritage
The Greek god.
shining through.
Greek god.
Yes.
Yeah. So
A well-oiled machine.
right. Well, look, guys. We talked about aging, right? So
We never age. We're Romeos.
Well, you can't prevent that. So you have to take matters in your own hand and
I
take
am
good
right
care
now.
of yourself.
Oh my gosh.
Luckily, there's a shield under the table. But take matters in your own hand. It's about living wisely, taking good care of yourself, especially when we see what's happening around us with our healthcare system in most parts of the Western world. So I think it's part of it. And when you retire, right, it's also about having the ability, the energy, the ability to continue to be active and continue to live life to the fullest. I think this is what we try to ascribe to. So look at me. I mean, I'm not exactly Mr. Universe.
Flex, baby.
I am not exactly Mr. Universe.
Well,
But,
no,
but
you've already described yourself as Adonis.
Yeah.
well, that's
So we don't
that's higher
need-
than Mr. Universe.
There you
That's
go.
that's
There you
right.
go.
That's a sacred club.
Curiously, Schwarzenegger doesn't look like Mr. Universe either these days.
He doesn't look too bad. And actually, speaking of older guys, like when you want to look at the stars, look at Sly Stallone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't. No, now the other good part of this is how much of this is actually natural,
Exactly.
and how much of it is actually chemically induced.
Listen, first of all,
50-50 at best.
all Romeos are natty. We're all natty. We're all natural.
Exactly.
We have no supplements, no injections, no human growth hormone, no testosterone, TRT,
Right.
None of this shit.
All the urine tests are negative.
That's it. We're clean.
So your cosmetic surgery doesn't count.
Cosmetic surgery. You mean my Brazilian butt lift?
That doesn't count.
Hold it.
Hey, I got a juicy booty, baby.
Care to elaborate about the Brazilian butt lift? I have not heard about this technique.
You haven't heard of the BBL?
No, I have not heard of the BBL. Please enlighten us.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
We'll get there.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I think regardless of what you do, I think everybody is going to find what works for them.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, because we're all different. What works for one doesn't work for.
Okay.
So what works
100%.
for you? For example, me, I just eat carbohydrates. I weigh 143 pounds.
Oh, diet is a huge part of it.
But that's what works for me.
Okay.
For a lot of people, that
But
doesn't
no,
work.
you're not suggesting that weight is the indicator
No.
of being fit
It's
or
one of the indicators.
Definitely. I agree with him.
Yeah, it's one of the
agree.
indicators. Because, if you're at the right weight, then it allows you to be more active.
But what is the right weight? If you have someone who has greater muscle mass, for instance,
Yeah.
than somebody else, they could be the same weight,
Yeah,
look very different.
yeah. Well, for myself, I cannot go to 160. Things don't work anymore.
Have you tried it?
Yeah.
Wait a sec. Things don't work anymore?
Well, I mean,
160.
Well, we're going to get to that as well.
How much do you weigh, if you don't mind my asking?
I just said 143.
143.
Aki,
That's
why
my
were you
left
Why
leg.
were you not listening?
I'm in awe.
Really? Why are you in awe?
Well, how much weight? Because the rule is, you're always going to gain at least, you're going to be 20 pounds at least heavier than when you were young, when you were in your teenage
No,
years.
Teenage, like when you're
Like when you're in high school.
13.
So it's a high school senior. High school senior.
I think I could.
No,
fit.
not true.
I still have my.
About 10 pounds for me.
I still have
Yeah,
my,
but-
my wedding suit. I'm sure I can fit in it.
That's wow.
You getting married again?
Hey, you don't know what life has.
Oh, jeez.
You don't know.
Yeah, but it's
Someone's in the doghouse again.
here we go.
You know, I'd be ashamed for
Okay,
just one woman
but
to do
metabolism.
I love it. You're so right,
also-
Dominic.
That's the other unknown. There's the metabolism
Yeah, of
part of
course.
this as well. And
Yeah,
some
of
people
course.
just are
Yeah.
blessed with the metabolism.
Mr. Pat
Yeah,
here.
Now we turn it over to Mr. Pat.
Oh, no. So, okay, interesting, because you talk about fitness, and I've heard a lot of discussion about physical fitness.
Yeah.
But doesn't mental
Yes,
Of course.
stress,
acuity
huge.
count?
I would say it's even more important.
One leads to the other, in my opinion.
One more. It's
Well,
even more
I don't know if
important.
one leads to the other. I would agree with you that they're both
They're intertwined.
Intertwined.
Absolutely.
Yes.
100%.
I think that's very important.
And okay, so,
Physical health helps
so
mental
I'm
health.
glad you agree
Yes.
with that, because I view that as vitally important.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other question I have is, at what age do you start thinking, or did you guys start thinking about your fitness as you grew older? In other words, I'll take the example of my brother. My brother has always been conscious about his state of fitness, regardless of age. So as far back as I can remember, in our teens to present day, for a guy who's in his mid 60s, nothing has changed.
Yep.
Right? He's always been very disciplined.
Yeah.
I can't say the same for myself.
Yeah, but in all fairness, Pat, you never married and never had kids, so you didn't have those priorities.
Yeah.
Well,
schedule,
I agree with you, but
Yeah.
there are always conflicting priorities. in
I
life.
understand, but like I know in my case, before I got married, before I had kids, I was playing all sorts of
Well,
sports.
I would tell you
I wasn't
that,
very good at them, but
but Dominic, I would tell you, and I'm sure you had a similar experience. When you have young kids, you're very physically active.
oh yeah,
It's not the same though.
it's-
It wasn't for me. I mean,
Okay.
from my perspective, I was always fit, except for about a 10, 15 year span. In I would say about 10, 12 years.
So when you say you
in
were,
my 30s.
so when you say you were always fit, and then
Yeah.
you go on to tell us that for 25% of your life you weren't.
well, not 25%, 10, 12 years, let's say.
Oh, okay,
All right. So 20, less than 20%.
okay.
It was because of the kids and raising the kids and being into eating more. I mean, I ballooned up to I was 206 at my heaviest. Now I'm about $178. I'm going to try and get down to between 170 and 175, which is the weight that I like to be at. And that's difficult at this age, but I know I can get there. It's just it takes a little bit more discipline, a little bit more workout. On my part. But for about 10, 12 years, like to Dominic's point, when the kids were coming out and it was about work, about family, about trying to balance all those roles.
activities. But
Exactly.
To the point that Pat made, because we were busy, we were active. Because I think people today, they think going to the gym or lifting weights and doing this. No, just being active. You walk, you do gardening, you do this. That's all stuff that counts.
Don't be sedentary.
Yeah.
So I want to come back to my earlier question, which was at what stage in life did you start considering that it would be important for you to keep fit in your later stages of life? Or was it, with the exception, Nuran uses the example of 10 or 12 years during which perhaps he wasn't paying as close attention to his fitness.
Yeah.
That fitness was just part of your life's journey.
For me, it was when my kids became fully independent. So that way I didn't
Like last year?
Yeah, well, no, not like it. But because I didn't have to. I was not involved in their activities. Taking them here, taking them there. When they started driving.
So, what about? So, I guess I would say. Well, I would say that like 18, 19 is when I. But it wasn't really
When your kids were 18, 19.
No, when I was 18, 19,
Okay.
but it wasn't for the reasons that we're talking about. It was because it was, I think our generation back, then we're looking at, the late 70s, early 80s. It was kind of the norm where people, young people, being fit was almost like a social requirement.
I don't recall that at all.
No,
No, I don't.
that's the way I
No.
remember.
Some people were fit. Some people
Yeah, I
did
don't
sports.
recall
Other
that,
people
yeah.
didn't. And
Most people did. Most of my friends didn't.
yeah. Exactly.
But I mean, in terms of like,
So your circle of friends were such that you felt that was the norm for society at the time, but I don't think it was.
No, I don't think so either.
So I have a different recollection. I'll tell you what. I remember, and perhaps as a group of guys I hung out with at the time, being very active in terms of sports. And even though we may not have been good in the sports we partook in, we enjoyed playing those sports.
Yeah.
So whether it was hockey or football or baseball, anything, right?
Basketball.
We kept very active that way. As far as gyms are concerned, I remember probably somewhere around the age of 17 or 18, to your point, suddenly it became, I don't know if it was a cool thing, but it became a thing to start lifting weights.
yeah, I think Schwarzenegger was
The Arnold era.
the big influence.
But it wasn't so much like to get a bodybuilder's build. It was just,
To get better looking, fill in.
yeah, fill in.
Yeah.
But at the same time, for many of us, it was like around the same time we discovered drinking and partying.
Absolutely.
And girls.
And so, the contradiction was that you'd go spend time supposedly getting fit, and then you would go out and undo
trashed.
any possible benefit of your workout by behaving in a way that was detrimental to your well-being.
Yeah, but
But
it
we
all
never-
balances out.
But we never thought about it.
No.
Yeah.
When you're young, you think you're indestructible.
You are when you're young, in a sense.
And so you do things to yourself that are going to be harmful over the longer term if you continue doing them, but you don't spend a moment thinking about it.
Indestructible and eternal.
So what you're describing is something I can relate to in terms of activity, but not because we were concerned about being fit or in a good state of health when we got older.
Exactly. It was more a social
Because we were already fit. You're young. I mean, for the most
It
part.
depends
I-
on the
I
person.
don't
These
know-
days, there's a lot of unfit young people.
Well, I'm not sure we were as fit as we thought we were.
Well, we were because we had no video games. We're always outside.
Yeah, that's a really
Yeah,
good point.
Yeah, I mean, no.
That's a really good
I was
point.
always, when school finished,
We were free-range kids, right?
June 24th or June
We
22nd.
were out. Exactly.
I would go
No
outside.
pesticides.
I would go outside June 22nd and come back in September 6th.
And I don't know about you guys, but even before that, I mean, as a kid, like I practically lived on my bike.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
On the bike. And
Okay, but how? I want to tie this back. I mean, with all due respect, I don't care what you did as a kid for the sake of being a kid. I care about whether or not there was a conscious effort on your part to maintain a level of fitness so that you can enjoy life to its fullest throughout.
There was for sure.
There was an active lifestyle. I'm saying there was a certain a level of activity that we all kind of
to answer
lived.
to answer his question, at what point in your life did that light come on in your head, which is I think what you're asking. For me, it was around 40.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's when I started jogging more.
Yeah.
And I started getting into it, where I wanted to do half marathons and I wanted to work myself up to a marathon and so on.
When did you get divorced?
Around the same time.
There you go.
And it was about that as well.
There you
Yeah,
go.
absolutely.
He's getting to the part where he also wanted to be attractive to women
I am.
today, or you always have been.
Yeah, I didn't ask that question to be funny. I just said,
No, you're right. No,
yeah.
absolutely. But
No, it makes sense to me.
But it was before. Actually, it was before I got divorced.
you got ready.
Well, I didn't think of it that way. Maybe I did, but no, I wasn't thinking of it that way. I don't think I was. But no, I started getting into shape probably by late 30s, early 40s when I started jogging more. And for me, after that point, it was just a matter of okay, because hitting 40 for me was a big deal. I thought that's a big age. I mean, looking back now, I laugh my ass off because it's 20 years ago for me. And it was a huge milestone for me. And in my mind, it's like, holy shit, I'm not young anymore. Mm-hmm. So 40 for me was the threshold of young to old back in the day.
Me, it was 50.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did something happen
No.
to trigger it at 50?
No, because I always felt that my dad at 50 looked old.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Even at 40, I
So
thought
that
40
was a
old.
trigger.
Yeah, I guess you're right. So, and I said, wow, 50 years.
So in my case, I think, it was a nice convergence of circumstance. It was, because for the generation, the years that I described, where it was kind of the norm for us, to be active, whether it's, the Schwarzenegger influence, being around at that time, sports were very big. So it was just, a part of our everyday life to have some sort of high level of activity. So that was part of it. So that was the base for me. Then I would say, like, where it really dawned on me, like it became like a serious matter of quality of life and good health, as you're getting older. It was in my 20s, and the reason for that was my dad had like 2 massive heart attacks in his late 50s. So so that was kind of a big consideration.
How old
Wake-up
were you
call.
at the time?
So I would say when I was started, college, university, so about 21.
Early 20s.
About 21, where I took it to that other level of making sure that it's consistent. And then to your point, and this is one of the reasons why I really appreciate, one of the big pluses of being retired. I always found like it was an important part of my life. I wanted to do it, and when you're working and being a father and all your responsibilities, taking care of elderly parents, you always have to squeeze it in, right? And I don't have to squeeze it in anymore.
What are you talking about?
No. I'm
Not squeeze it
not
out?
squeezing fitness into your life.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
We're good.
But
We're good.
You know what, Aki? Cemeteries are full of gym rats.
Absolutely. There's no guarantees. There's no. But you know what, Dominic? Too many people use that argument.
Yeah, I know, but it's because
to bail.
I think it's like everything else. It's a recipe. It's not just
Absolutely.
one thing. It's so many things. That make up that recipe. Yeah. Staying active, eating well. Being
Stress.
happy, thinking that you look good.
Being sexually active.
Well, I was getting there, but
There's a whole chapter on that you're going to lead us on.
Hey, I'm single.
So, guys,
yeah,
would you agree that genetics trumps all?
no,
Absolutely.
definitely. Yeah,
Absolutely.
you're right.
Mostly.
Yeah, because it's programmed in your genetic. A lot of it.
Yeah.
So hang on. When you say trumps all, are you talking about longevity or are you talking about what you look like and your health?
Well, no.
More your health. So,
Yeah,
for instance, to
exactly.
me,
Okay.
what you look like, to me, doesn't matter. I mean, candidly, it's about how healthy you are. You have some people who look great,
Yeah.
and you find out that they're rotting inside.
Yeah, or they're smokers
So,
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
to me, it's health. I'm
Wow.
talking about physical and mental health.
So if that's the question, then I think it's half, or there's some percentage. Yes, if you have a certain DNA, if you have a certain muscle mass or metabolism, if those are things that can help you along the way to being fit. But there's also a mentality that you need to have.
I don't know what the numbers are. I would guess that it's more than 50%, probably well over 50%.
The weight of genetics. I agree.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
So when I think of people who are predisposed to getting certain illnesses, whether it's Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, cancer, I mean, we can go up and down the list.
Well, that's a longevity
That
thing, right?
No, it's not just a longevity thing. It's a quality of life thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have people who can get away with, enjoying life on their terms, meaning
Yeah, smoking all their
they may
lives.
smoke, they may drink, they
Yeah.
may
And they don't-
party,
yeah.
and they live without any semblance of disease
Keith Richards.
well into their 90s.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It happens.
No, it does happen, but they're genetically,
So
yes, you're right.
Chances are that if you smoke a pack a day
Yeah.
of cigarettes from your teens through your 50s or 60s, it's almost a certainty
No, like my dad.
that you're going to get lung cancer.
Yeah.
That's what happened to my
And
dad.
that may spread and cause other
I'm
complications.
hoping it's genetic. My dad passed away in '94. He was independent till the last day, and he left a girlfriend. So
A happy
Only
girlfriend.
one?
A happy girlfriend.
one that we knew. So
And she was what, 18, 19?
yeah, she was younger, but not that much. He's a Belichick.
Oh my gosh. Thank goodness.
So yeah, I agree with you, Pat. I think genetics has a lot
Yeah.
to do with it. But you can precipitate genetics the wrong way, though. I mean,
See, that's where I agree fully. It's like it helps you. I think it gives you a step up on other people in terms of how much you need to do in order to either stay fit or be in shape or be well. But that doesn't mean that someone who isn't as genetically gifted as you can't try twice as hard and also get there.
Oh, agreed.
So that's the thing. Like,
Agreed,
For me,
although-
it's also mental. You've got to have a certain mindset. I mean, I weigh myself every morning.
Me too.
I weigh myself every fucking morning, and I know when I reach a certain limit of top
Very
limit, which for me is 180 pounds, alarm bells go off in my head
Very
to say,
good.
no, this is not good. And I like to be between 170 and 175, but for me to be that low requires a lot of work.
Okay, so if you I want to just get your thinking on this.
Mm-hmm.
You say you like to be between 170 and 175. I don't imagine that's new. That's something that's been true for some time.
Yeah, it's for the past 30 years.
Okay, so when you step on the scale at 172
Yep.
as a starting point,
Yeah, it's bad if I do that.
and you see it going to 73, 75, 76, 77, why does that have to go all the way to 180 before the alarm bells go off?
It doesn't, but okay. I'll give you an example. Recently, I couldn't work out for over 2 months,
Right.
because of some stuff that happened with my mom and so on. So in those 2 months, I couldn't work out. I could not go to the gym. I couldn't do anything. I was
Okay, so you can't maintain your day-to-day routine.
correct. So I tried my best to eat less and whatever, but I slowly snuck up to about 180, 182 at that point.
Okay, but those are unusual circumstances.
Correct, but it's
because
still-
you have more stress in your life.
Correct.
You're not getting sound night sleeps.
All of it.
All of it.
Yeah,
contributes.
absolutely.
So let's. I understand, and
So now
we
I'm
all may
going
go
to the
through these
gym.
difficult periods in life.
Right.
But if you put that aside,
So now I'm going back to the gym. I've been going, I think it's maybe 3 weeks or 3.5 weeks now. I'm starting to get some of. So that's the other thing about being old, guys. It takes a long time to work your way up, and you lose it so quickly.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Agreed.
The other thing is injuries. You get injured so quickly, and it takes forever to heal at
yes,
this age.
agreed.
So these are the things that you got to worry about. So I'm trying not to get injured. I injured a hamstring last summer sprinting. I pulled my hamstring. It's still there. I could still
I hope
feel
it was worth running after.
I wish that was the case, but it wasn't.
okay.
I decided, because I was jogging, I decided, let me do some sprints and let me do some, when you go from side to side, like when we were playing football and you want to deke someone out. So I wanted to see if I could still, if I still had that kind of stability and strength. I did it, yeah, but then the next day, oh shit, and it's taken over a year, it's still there.
There goes that NFL contract.
Yeah, exactly. So all to say that once I started getting back into the gym, it's a slow ascent back to where you want to be, and I'm feeling much better now. But I still have probably another month of gym going before I get myself to a solid 175 or lower, and including eating well, including jogging. Now I'm back to jogging, which I'm glad I can still do. And it just takes so much time. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to do it. I know I'm going to do it because I'm focused on it. And for me, it's damn important. I have an unrealistic expectation. I want to look perfect. I want to. It's
Oh my God.
yeah.
But you seem
yeah.
to- but
Like
you
I have
seem-
I want to be the same. I want to have the same body
How
that
far
I
will
did
you
when I
take
was
this?
25, 26. Well, I'm not going to do anything stupid like surgery. No, this is all
Okay.
homegrown. Like I'm going to do it on my
But
own.
you seem to put a lot of emphasis on appearance.
Well, I want to,
Which, as we discussed earlier, is not necessarily a good indicator of health, of what's going on inside.
No, it's the opposite. No, one leads to the other. So
No, not necessarily.
well, for me, it does. I mean, in my mentality, I want to be fit. It's not about I want to like calisthenics. I see guys that can do crazy things in calisthenics. So I started doing pull-ups and I do push-ups, and I started doing handstands and trying to do
Plank.
upside down. Well, plank I do, yeah, but upside down push-ups and stuff like that, which are really difficult. But it's for me, it energizes me when I can start doing a few of these things.
So aging must really scare the shit out of you.
It doesn't scare me. It's just I know that I can't do what I used to do. I mean, okay, I box and I kickbox. I can't do what I used to do.
Right.
I mean, my speed's a lot slower. I can't do half the things I used to do, but I still enjoy doing it.
So what are you going to do? I mean, wrinkles are going to come.
Wrinkles have come. Look at me.
No, actually, but I'm just saying more.
Do you believe that the body was meant for extremes?
Yeah, you got to push yourself.
No.
It wasn't meant to. It wasn't designed for
It
extremes.
wasn't designed.
No, for me, no, I don't.
You look at athletes.
I
how
push
they
myself.
age so fast.
I push the shit out of myself. There's
Well,
times
I
in the
think
gym
that-
where I'm almost going to fall
I
down.
really believe that the body wasn't designed for extremes.
No, I disagree.
Yeah, but wait a minute, Nuran, what
I
about,
push myself.
I mean, you actually you track your. I mean, you have a watch, a smartwatch, and you.
I
you
did,
track?
but I don't wear it anymore.
Okay, so
I had
the
the Whoop.
cardio loads. I mean, those are serious questions.
Yeah, I
I
get
mean.
my heart rate up to 180.
And that you've done the calculation, the formula. I mean, for what's optimum.
Oh, no,
for
but
your,
hold
for
on,
somebody
hold
your
on.
age
So
and
there's
your
getting
weight. You have to
it-
look at those things. You
But
can't
there's
just go
getting
beyond
it
that
up,
to 200.
But everybody's different.
Yeah.
So when you say you get it up to 180,
Yeah.
but how long do you keep it at 180?
Well,
You can peak at 180.
I peak at 180 for about 2 to 3 minutes, but then the rest is between 150 and 170 or so for like 20 minutes. So it's quite
Okay, so it's high
good.
intensity.
Yeah, I go nuts.
Yeah, so a lot
but you have to-
a lot of people in the medical profession will tell you don't do that.
Exactly.
That's exactly.
Now,
Fuck them.
and I would say everybody is different.
Yeah.
To your point, Dominic, I think it's proven when you look at the top athletes in any field, any endeavor.
I'm not a top athlete.
They no, exactly. So I'm saying people who are extremely well conditioned, peak performance, they break down.
Yeah.
Why do they break down? Because they're always trying to push the limits.
It's because the body wasn't designed for
It's
that.
not.
Yeah, but I'm not
not.
anywhere close to that, guys. I mean, come on.
No, it's all
I push
relative.
myself.
It's all relative.
Yeah.
But I push myself to the point where, I can't go anymore. But I love that feeling. I love the feeling that I can push myself to a wall. It's a mental thing. It
Yeah,
feels
as long
good.
as you recognize when you've approached or reached that wall,
Yeah.
which some people don't.
No,
Exactly.
You
So
got to
I
listen
want
to
to
your
come back
body.
to an earlier point. So you said that at 40 years old, somehow it entered into your conscious mind that you needed to allocate more time to getting fit and staying fit.
Slashing, getting laid.
In Dominic's case, it was 50.
Yeah.
Aki, when at any point did it happen for you, or
Well,
Yeah, well, I said it. Like
said it
early
twice.
20s.
Yeah.
so late teens, early 20s?
Early 20s.
Which really is to say that
All
the
your
alarm
life.
bell never went off. You've maintained a similar approach your entire
I mean, I
adult life.
had my highs and lows. I mean, and you learn as well. I mean, there's it's not just a.
But you've always allocated some time.
I've always tried to allocate some time, absolutely, since my
That's
early
good.
20s.
That's awesome.
Right. But I mean, again, my point though is my early 20s was when it became like a serious matter of the important questions about your physical well-being, what you're going to look like when you grow older. That I started to think about that in my early 20s.
Aha, it's about looks.
but for there was a culture of activity that we talked about. That was different. That was a different mindset.
I think looks to me is mental.
Yeah.
Mental health.
Yeah.
If you feel good,
Exactly.
if you look in the mirror and you like what you see, you're gonna feel good and everything.
And I think all of us will agree.
I agree.
I mean, the other big outcome is it's de-stressing. I mean, physical activity and being able to train is a
Absolutely.
huge de-stressor.
Well,
Absolutely.
it's not the only thing.
Actually,
It's one of the main
No,
things.
it's
Well, that and
no.
sex.
So you're talking about stress on the mind
Yes.
because it actually puts stress on your body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, but I know,
And
but
that's a good thing.
for
It
me,
can be.
yeah.
It can be.
For me, it's one of my best stress management things is to go and work out.
Yeah. Also, think about how many old people get osteoporosis, right?
Mostly women.
Mostly women because of menopause and because of all this other stuff. Yes, but it happens to guys too. If you're sedentary, if you have a sedentary lifestyle, if you're not,
Well, how many older? Sorry, don't remember. But you notice the old guys, that are hunching over,
hunching over,
that are
breaking
bent
hips,
over.
breaking bones when you fall down, stuff like that. That's bone density, and bone density is helped through impact. So you need to be impacting. So walking, running,
Well,
jogging.
there's also a nutritional element to it, right?
Yes.
Everything we've
Big,
talked
yeah.
about.
so calcium,
So
vitamin D.
It's interesting because for me, I would say that it happened in stages. It meaning this consciousness of, okay, you need to pay closer attention to your well-being. Never about appearance, always well-being.
I'm shallow.
So, well, for people who've been watching the podcast for some time, I think you're stating the obvious. However, so I got a huge wake-up call at the age of 34 when I was still of the mindset that I was indestructible.
Yeah.
Right? I had never really exited that youthful mindset that shit can happen. And out of the blue, pretty much, I'm told you have cancer and you may not live another 5 months.
Yeah, that's a fucking wake up call.
So in the immediate moment that follows that is not the time to get physically fit. But you have an opportunity to at least think about what you're ingesting. So for me, the first step was really changing what I consumed,
Okay.
both in terms of food
Liquids.
and liquids. And I made some changes that have lasted to this point in time,
Yeah, you don't drink.
right? I don't drink alcohol. I don't consume red meat, right? Things like that. Whether or not that played a part in my recovery, I don't know, but it certainly hasn't hurt me.
Yeah.
You found what worked for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
The aspect of getting into better physical shape occurred much later. I would say it was almost a 20-year lapse from that cancer diagnosis to the point of my reaching what was for me the age of retirement at 54 and deciding to allocate a lot of the time that I had recovered, because I used to work a lot of hours. So I suddenly had all these hours available to me. And I thought, you know what? I've reached a point in my life where my kids are pretty much grown up. I don't have work responsibility. I can afford to be more selfish and allocate more me time to myself.
Yeah.
And that's when I started exercising. And I've been pretty good about maintaining a very disciplined approach to exercise. One exception being similar to yours, a period of time during which my mother got seriously ill and I could no longer allocate the same amount of time to my workout regimen.
Yeah.
And then the other important factor, which we don't seem to have spent a lot of time discussing, is the mental or intellectual aspect of well-being. And so I never worried about that all through my school years, never worried about that all my working years, but was very conscious the day I retired that I needed to do things to keep mentally sharp.
Because you're not challenged anymore.
Not in the same way.
Exactly. Oh,
Not in
yeah.
the same way.
It's terrible.
And you made the point earlier. I believe that if you allow your mind to go, then it doesn't matter how much effort you apply towards staying physically fit. It's just a question of time before your overall well-being deteriorates.
Correct.
And that's why we do the ROMEO podcast.
It's one of the reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's
absolutely.
also about, I mean, it's also about genetics. I mean, again, going back to genetics, if you're predisposed to Alzheimer's, and you think, you know, that being really physically fit and going all out in terms of, you know, taking good care of yourself to try and minimize. It's only a matter of time before it's not going to work.
Well, no, you don't know. Listen, just because you're predisposed to something doesn't mean it's going to happen. It's all probabilities. You're always throwing the dice.
There's no connection yet.
You know, it's not 100%. It could be 80%, 50%. You don't know what that percentage is, and you don't know what it's going to be like for you. So you don't. You know, it's not a death sentence.
To be fair, I think you're absolutely right in what you're saying for many illnesses.
Yeah.
There are others that there are no proven genetic ties to or hereditary ties to. So I think it's important to make that distinction.
Well, that's a crapshoot then. I mean, life is a crapshoot.
No, and for those where there is a proven link, I think the important thing is to be aware.
Yeah, and it's not one-to-one though. That's all my point.
Of course not. It's all probabilities.
Exactly.
But if you're at a higher probability
Yeah.
of suffering from a certain ailment at some point in your life, there are things that you can proactively do
Yeah.
to either defer it from happening or lessen the risk of it occurring or diminishing the severity.
And it may still happen.
Of course it may.
Yeah.
All you're doing is improving
Your chances.
in what may otherwise be a dire situation.
But you're not escaping the ultimate
You
may or may not.
onset.
Yeah, you don't know. I mean,
Let's not forget a lot of those diseases, old age diseases, are there because we live longer.
True.
yeah, that's a super good point.
200 years ago, Alzheimer, you died at 45.
True.
You know?
Yeah. So he's
True.
Well, but you're getting more and more early onset or earlier, more people being diagnosed because there's more attention being paid to brain-related ailments or illnesses.
Yeah, everyone's
or
on the
diseases.
spectrum these days as well. Like,
Well,
you know,
I think there's also an over or misdiagnosis issue with
or
society.
ADHD. Everyone's got
So
ADHD.
what do all of us do to stay mentally active and sharp?
The podcast is certainly a part of that.
We said that,
So everything from the discipline every morning of puzzles,
Okay.
as an example.
Oh, I didn't do my Wordle this morning.
I do it at night.
So I do my puzzles. First thing I do every morning,
Okay.
I wake up and there's a series of puzzles I go through just to get the mind, to wake up the mind, if you will. And then depending on the day, throughout days and evenings, everything from reading to, online searches. So I may come across, it could be a conversation with a friend or acquaintance. It could be something I see or hear on the radio or on TV.
So
yes,
you're
I
the
still
one-
listen to the radio.
You're the one who
and
does
I will
research.
go and I will go search for information on a particular topic just
Yeah.
to feed my intellectual curiosity. And I would say that's not a choice in the sense that I was born with a mind where I question things. I'm always questioning things. And so as an extension of that, I will go searching for information to learn more about a particular topic
So you do your own research.
That's good.
to some extent.
I flip on TikTok.
To some extent.
I scroll TikTok.
Yeah, I am not. So one thing I am not on social media.
Okay.
Right. The only social media platform I'm registered on is LinkedIn. I had done that for professional networking reasons.
Which is a crappy site.
I will occasionally visit LinkedIn just to keep up to speed on what certain former colleagues or acquaintances are doing. But otherwise, I'm not on social media.
Yeah. You're lucky.
Thanks for liking me on LinkedIn.
So sorry. So that's the intellectual part.
Yeah.
So
And then I have a physical workout regimen that I follow pretty rigorously.
right.
But
Yeah. So I just want to repeat that. Thanks for liking me on LinkedIn, Pat. I appreciate that. Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
Okay.
I'm not on LinkedIn anymore.
no,
I
no.
flushed all that stuff.
So a lot of what Pat's I don't do the puzzles.
Okay.
It's just not. I don't have the habit of doing that.
It shows.
Oh my God.
Really? Okay.
Why are you so nasty towards Aki?
Because
Because I love him.
Why can't you follow Dominic in my lead and be kind towards him? Seriously.
I am following your lead.
they're so modest. Dominic and Pat, they're known for their modesty. But so, and a lot of, and in addition to what you just enumerated, Pat, I mean, I also like to write, like journaling, and that's one thing that I do, and also languages. Like, I mean, I'm obviously, Greek is my mother tongue, so make sure that that I continue to stay sharp in terms of keeping up with my vocabulary, reading, trying to read in Greek, which takes me like an eternity because it's really hard.
That's because it's Russian that you're reading.
Because it's all Greek.
Right. Even, I mean, that's one of the advantages that we have living where we live in this part of North America and Quebec, where we're so multilingual, right? So languages and being able to, to
We're lucky.
stay strong in your linguistic skills, I think is an important way of doing it. So those are,
That actually helps the brain a lot. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
You know that.
I'm pretty much brain dead. Yeah. So.
But the good news is you're aware of it.
So recently, there's this thing that came up on TikTok. So certain people have. So when I close my eyes and try and picture something, I can't. So certain people have, like if you ask someone to close their eyes and picture an apple, a green apple with dewy, water drops on it, most people can close their eyes and see some version of a green apple or whatever. I can't. I don't have that ability. I can't close my eyes and visualize anything.
so you're not visual.
Well, so it's I don't know what percentage of population has this, but I have that issue. So I'm very bad with faces. I can't recognize people out of context and stuff like that. I've had this all my life.
You can't
So-
close your eyes and visualize a pool party in Las Vegas.
I cannot. I cannot.
But he can attend it.
But I can dream. So in
He
dreams,
excels.
but in dreams, I'm being serious. In dreams, I can visualize or I could see images in dreams, but I can't if I close my eyes and try and visualize something now. So it's just the way my
Your brain is wired. Okay.
and I can't do anything about that. So I know that's an issue. So that's probably why I'm very bad at recognizing faces and stuff like that. What do I do from a mental perspective to try and get better? Well, the only thing that I do really is that I have a spreadsheet where I have all of my investments and all of my financial stuff, and I work on that thing every day. And for me, I love spreadsheets. I mean, I'm a Microsoft Excel guy inside and out. I love that thing. And for me, I spend hours a week just fine tuning, doing different things, doing scenarios, going through different things, planning, planning vacations or planning stuff for the future. That to me is my mental stimulation. I like scenario planning. I like to go through things in my head. I like to think about world events, what that means, all of that stuff. So for me, that's how I keep my brain going. But it's not to the level it was when I was at work. And honestly, I don't seek to get it to that level as well either, because to me, that was a lot of stress that I went through at the time. And I like the fact that I have very little stress now. I mean, there's things that come up, with family and so on, and you got to deal with that stuff. But besides that, I'm super fortunate to not have other stressors in my life, besides family, and things that come up from time to time. I'm pretty zen. And I'm happy with the level of load that I put on myself at this point from a mental perspective, and I don't seek to put more.
But do you find you talk about the difference between post-retirement and pre-retirement? Do you find that you're able or inclined, perhaps is a better word, to pursue myriad more interests?
Yeah.
Because when the years you're working, a lot of your thinking time is allocated towards work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Whereas when you're free of that, you have many more hours a day that you can allocate to various interests.
Yep. So
various
things like
different subjects.
cosmology, for example. I like, I can't figure anything out in the quantum world, but I love to read about it. So yeah, there are certain things. Absolutely. So yeah, I'm not that brain dead, but I will read about certain topics that do interest me. I will do some digging, research, and so on. And thankfully, my TikTok feeds see that, and they give me some stuff that's. The
algos are working.
Yeah, the algos work fairly well. I don't. I try not to get the big bosom women coming up. I try and flick quickly up so I get stuff that's more.
Well, I don't see why you would be getting Dominic's feed.
You're right.
How did you get my algorithm?
Contact high.
So you asked the question.
Yeah.
How do you answer your own question?
I do puzzles, daily puzzles, about half a dozen of them, but I do them at night. So I do a lot of reading. I order books almost on a weekly basis. So a lot of reading and a lot of online reading. Like at NORAD, I'm a big Excel guy. People don't realize there's new formulas that come out every week. So I try to investigate those new formulas, and I use them. Like I do useless spreadsheets to apply them. And
like for NHL playoff.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty good. Huh?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I should send you the Excel spreadsheet. There's like 20 tabs to it. So yeah, that's what I do, because I find that generates synapses, and I also take an activity, a new one, and I try to learn about it. So these days, small engine repair, like rebuilding carburetors and stuff like that. So I've started doing that.
Interesting.
Yeah, for a few weeks now. I rebuilt a carburetor, took it apart and cleaned it, and so
that's fun.
Yeah, that's it. So that way,
So out of curiosity, there's a automobile carburetor, or
no, it's small engine repair.
So small engine repair.
Yeah, small engine.
Lawnmower.
Yeah, lawnmower, everything that's, because,
cool.
The thing about small engines is that those things last forever.
Yeah.
It's always a carburetor or something that gums up and everything. So, and it's fun.
So I'm curious, I know you're a fairly voracious reader.
Yeah.
Do you read more fiction or nonfiction?
No fiction at all.
None?
No, I cannot read fiction. I need... the only fiction I'll read, for example, is Dan Brown, those type of things, where he puts a lot of historical and everything. But it's mostly, the last 5-6 years, mostly AI. Actually, I'm reading an AI book right now. So it's mostly AI because I'm fascinated by...
So are we living in a what do they call it? Simulation?
Oh,
Is our universe a simulation?
If it is a simulation, it was bad programming. No, I don't believe in that.
Well, one may argue it's bad programming regardless of whether it's a simulation or not.
No, yeah,
Everything is programmed.
AI is fascinating. So, like, learning new stuff about AI, and
Yeah.
there's individuals out there are really, really brilliant, and they know how to also put it in a book, and try to explain it, and so that's what I do. I mean, it's mind you, till about a few weeks ago, I was still doing mandates. Now,
So work related.
work related, so that keeps you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but yeah.
It keeps you sharp and frustrated all at
and
once.
yeah.
So congratulations, you're now really, really retired.
Well, no,
yeah,
it's-
I took the summer off, but
So you do some little things here.
Dominic may never fully retire.
yeah. I mean, I need to get out of the house. Being in the house for me is.
Is that a choice?
we won't ask.
Oh, here we're going back to the doghouse.
We won't ask.
that's
Well, he has to leave the house to go into the doghouse.
It's in the backyard.
I'm used to it now. I decorated it. So that's, but it's important. Mental acuity, mental health is just as important as physical health because one is related to the other.
Right.
If you look in the mirror and you don't feel good about yourself, and
Yeah, exactly.
it's going to go downhill really fast.
Yeah, that's it. And it's
Yeah, but
motivating
that-
for me.
But it goes beyond that because there are a lot of people who have no reason not to feel good when they look in the mirror, and yet they do.
Yeah.
Right? They see a distorted image of
Well,
themselves.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
No, it's true.
You know what? You got to be realistic, but at the same time, you can be idealistic as well.
This is the guy who wants to be perfect.
Yeah, I know I can never achieve it, but it's okay for me to
it's
try.
okay. It's fine.
It's fun for me. It's a game that you play with yourself. Now I know there's other games that you could play with yourself, and we didn't get to the sexual part. But
Go ahead.
But for me, no, it's important. I mean, for me, it's important to try and achieve something that, in my mind, I know is not really achievable because it takes too much sacrifice to get myself to a let's say to a body fat whatever
BMI.
index, BMI or whatever, below whatever, let's say 15 or get to like 15 or 18 or something like that. For me, it's very difficult just because of the way my body is. I'd have to lose it from everywhere, and it would be super difficult. I'd have to be 160 pounds.
Yeah.
For me to be 160 pounds, I could achieve that, but the amount of sacrifice I'd have to make would be too much, and I know I won't make it. But in my mind, it's like, yeah, I'd like to get there. And it's a constant thing. And it helps me achieve what I have today, or else I wouldn't be in the shape I am today if I didn't have that mentality.
BMI is a bad index.
It is, I know, and there's different body types and so on. But like just to say, like from a pinch an inch or whatever, that type of thing, whatever way you want to kind of measure yourself and how you want to look. For me, I want to get to a level that I know I won't achieve, but in my mind, I'll continue to try and achieve it. And for me, that's healthy. And for others, it may be, body dysmorphia or whatever you call it. Dysmorphia.
Dysphoria.
I don't know. I'm not a woman, but
Good. Glad we cleared that up.
Some men are.
Shania, I feel like a woman. Anyway, yeah. So for me, I think it's healthy. For others, maybe it's not because they don't know when to turn it off.
Well, I would say this, just based on personal and professional experience, that most people don't do well if they set goals or objectives that are unachievable.
Yeah.
For me, it's
So,
perfectly natural.
So I would say that what you're describing for yourself probably wouldn't work well for the majority of people.
Well, I used to work for someone who would, always want the impossible. So that was part of my work stress.
There's a difference.
Worked well,
between,
though.
And then you got
but
divorced.
There's
No. This was at work.
so
You're not going to the doghouse. Good for you.
So I think there's a difference between perception of what is achievable and what is in fact achievable. Right. And we see examples of, I used the sports example earlier, Dominic, where if you look at world records, it could be in the sprint, it could be in swimming, it could be in any form of competition, high jump, you name it, where what we don't believe to be possible at one point in time becomes possible.
Yeah.
So that's a matter of perception. All I'm suggesting is that for most people, if the goals that are set for them or the goals they set for themselves are not in fact achievable, then you're going to be fighting a losing battle.
For me,
I understand what you're saying.
The objective is the fight for me. It's not about losing or winning the battle. The objective is the fight. The objective is to mentally motivate myself every day to get to a point where I know I'll never get there, but I still want to have that fight. And the day I stop wanting to fight is the day I give up. And I don't want to ever get there. So for me, it's important.
I understand perfectly well what you're saying. All I'm saying
that's
is that
my
what
mentality.
works for you is not going to work for the majority of people.
Bunch of fucking losers.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody's got to find what works for them. You know, that's the bottom line.
I don't care. I'm telling you, this is what works for me. I know I'm fucked up, but this is the way. This is the way I think.
Your level of self-awareness never ceases to amaze.
Yeah, I know exactly what I am. For good
Guys,
or
have
for bad.
you considered maybe we should get together and open up a fitness center of some sort?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Aki.
No one would want to do what I make them do.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
we're really. I mean,
Yeah, we just
it's very impressive.
We just have to pick one up that goes bankrupt every week. You know?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, my last place just went bankrupt.
Exactly. You know.
So what role, since Nuran initiated the topic and never pursued it, what role, if any, does sexual activity play in the state of fitness as you get old?
I'm celibate. So.
I don't know why I'm looking at you. I'm going to ask Dominic the question.
Well, I don't think it's a question of that it contributes to fitness, because unless you're doing it 12 hours a day, but I think mentally, I think that's why it's going
So you don't view it as an aerobic exercise?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, you're not doing it long enough.
wow. Come on. Seriously.
How long are you doing it for, Nuran?
Exactly. No, I think it's
Best 7 seconds of your life.
yeah. It's like, I go back to what I said at the beginning. It's a recipe. So that's part of the ingredient. You know
Okay.
what I mean? So, yeah. I mean, if you have, you're in a relationship.
Yeah, but it says stir for 20 minutes.
Adonis, you care to weigh in on this one?
Yeah, absolutely. There's I want to promote the
Wait, guys.
the troika. Good food, good exercise, good sex.
Okay. Is there a partner involved?
Well, we respect everybody's individual predispositions.
Okay.
I think the time has come for us to close off on this topic.
Because none of the Romeos really want to talk about it. Okay, so the reality is sex is definitely good for your brain and for your body. And the more you do it, the better it is. So go for it. Absolutely.
Those are your final thoughts.
Those are definitely my final thoughts. Okay. That and work out, fucking push yourself to the wall. The more you, for me, I just love the feeling of being completely, as the Brits would say, knackered, right? You're just out. You're just like, you got nothing left in you. I love that fucking feeling. It's good for you. Do it.
Find what works for you. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. Find what works for you and do it.
Yeah.
Good advice.
Stick to it. Be consistent. Make time for it. Yeah. Make it a priority. It should not be the first thing that you discard when things get tough.
Well said.
Yeah, and I think that the earlier in life you become conscious of the fact that with time it's going to get harder and harder and harder for you to get fit and stay fit, the better off you'll be. So be aware and act on it as early in life as possible.
Yep. Hallelujah.
Very good.
All right, guys. Enjoyed the conversation, as always.
Yes.
Look forward to doing it again next week.
Take care, guys.
Adonis out.